Hello and welcome to another episode of Allen Codes. This is World War II Armored Warfare, Chapter 4, continuing on. Alright, so with the better rations part of things, and we're going to do a little scene to move us into the larger hub here. I don't want that. So here we go. First we're going to check what their rations are like. Got plenty. Let's see, rats. It says they're certainly better in the Ks. There's also British stuff with and without different meats, because that's it is real tasty too, though you can eat the tea. Well, you'll probably trade the tea. Lastly, there's the local grown stuff for the garrisons. Other beets, good old milk and mayonnaise. Fresh bread, and greens that crunch. Okay, so that's our if you got K rations. Now you might be saying, doesn't this mean that Sergeant Ray somehow magically knows what the player has? And there is some of that. Yes, he's very magical. But the truth is, I want to limit what other stuff you talk about, because if we were to do this realistically, there would be a lot of fluff and a lot of stuff that just doesn't go anywhere. Some conversations do. And here we're trying to give them a walkthrough. And unless it speaks to plot, character, or the given situation, sometimes history, then there's really no point in offering it up. You can throw in a little color every once in a while, but you're better off merging that somehow with what's going on, with the character involved, with what's going, with some of the history of the backdrop, and or preferably weaving all three of them in there. If you can do that, you will keep your player informed and interested, which is the best way to do it. We've got some British rats. Now I'm putting in with and without different meats, because that's what they sent. And I'm alluding to the fact that they have Hindu and Muslim forces. Oh, that's a spelling error there. Okay. We've got a little book stuff. Okay, there. Well, we'll just move on to this. Jeez. As you can see, I like recycling some lines because, well, they're only going to see it once. It's supposed to be for the French garrisons, but nothing beats real milk. Don't know. We've got what you want. Don't know that we've got what you want. Maybe a bottle to wash it down. The desert makes a man parched. And that's very true. The desert does make you parched. And drinking alcohol is not the best way to replenish that. You are better off with water or juices, because that's the way it is. I'm not saying you're going to perish out there because you drink alcohol, but it's not as good as water or preferably a juice of some sort. You get a little bit of a sugar to help you go. That's a good thing. Okay. So, now, mind you, you may be thinking, shouldn't they not be able to get in here if they already have French rations? And the answer is, yes, I've designed it so that they shouldn't be able to access this. If they do, fine, whatever. Then they've got in and I've got a little something for them. It's a backstop, it's a line. I'll live with it. Alright, so, let me do the choice. What the crew will be eating. Oh. And as always, I do this because I can't use it as an if. I can't use an if up there. That's just the way it's coded. And that certainly will do no good. All right. K rations are meant for emergencies. Everyday emergency. Everyday scene. Now every day seems to be an emergency. It's not that the K's don't taste good. Taste okay. It's that it is dehydrated. Dehydrated. That's hard on. It's hard on the men. Oh, I wish I could just see this all. I could. There's. Come on, come on. Yeah, it's not the most efficient program, and every moment that you're doing shit like this is a moment that you're not being creative or productive. It's not that the. And that's hard on the men. The rats. Rations are dehydrated, and that's hard on the men. taste okay. All right, I'm just gonna eliminate that entirely. Cheat. Let's move things along. Let's not try to be pretty. All right, C rations are okay. They come packaged with a lot of water. That's to the good. Taste okay. They come pre-packaged with a lot of water, and that's good. Well, not exactly different from American rations. The British rations are British rations have the virtue of being different from American rations. And out here in the desert, different is good. Nothing really beats fresh food. But until proper garrisons set up, taking a page from the French logistics network isn't a bad thing. Okie dokie. And that's our capper, so that we can do the rest of our, well, if you've got this, if you've got that. And we will do, that's enough ration consideration. Okay then. Ray says, did I close out traded rations? Traded for a bottle, traded for rations. I closed it out with 2. Do I need another one? Jesus. I didn't set this up here, did I? No, I didn't. With getting an upgrade to rations, so so that's how we'll okay. So here we go. They if you do choose, that's where it goes. Never mind. We'll come back to this some other time. And that will say you really haven't traded for rations. Now, what does that mean up here? That means you've had a disable reuse hit you. I just don't want them to keep going back to these. If they don't choose, I'm going to lock it up for now. I will allow reuse when they go back to the main hub, so they will get a chance to ask about rations. But if they put it off, they go, I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay, so Billy's talk. Always best to, okay then. Always best to talk. Talk shop on a full belly. Fully belly. That's a common error that I make. Fortunately, most of the programs will find that sort of thing. I don't always agree with the way they do grammar, but often they are correct. All right, consider what the crew will be eating. I really don't want them to correct the grammar for me. I just want them to point it out so that I can use or change that as I proceed. The day that I allow a program to actually significantly correct my writing is the day I'm not really a writer anymore, am I? Because then can I create new words? Maybe not. Can I create interesting grammar? Maybe not. Why am I there then? I don't know. All right. Okay, so if equal K rations, then you can have C rations. C rations, and that is going to be. Did I set this up already? Yes, I did. So that's a tripwire. You know what? He does talk about that. Steps over to stack of crates topped by loose sacks that brim with grain and local jars. Local jars too dark to see through. And it says continues on. Because he's previously speaking. Again, this is all so that it doesn't sound disjointed. It's important stuff. All right, invasion script greater than 0. We've got plenty of these. Ray says, I'd almost let you have it for free, but there's carrying charges. I-O. And with that, we're going to set rations equal to C rations. Set trade for rations. Invasion script -1 +1. Whoops. With but a keystroke, you can really change the dynamic here, where he's just trying to give away the stuff. Patience improved. Invasion script -100. Okay, so does that look like what we want? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, better rations too. I don't want them to go there. The outliers need to go back to trades, crossroad trades. And this will also be true there. They make a trade, they go. Done. That should rule out this having to be an issue, but what do I want? All right. Choicescript. You like them. How do you like them? Points out a crate for you to take. As he points out a khaki crate for you to take. Is it a khaki crate? I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up. All right, so we'll comment. What kind of crates did the British use? Use for logistics. Until then, it is in fact a khaki crate. Like their uniforms, because, you know, I like them. Takes some getting used to, but the flavor, something else. traded for rations, and that cost 2. I'm wondering if I could do this as a Go sub. Oh! The answer is... The answer is yes, but also no. It would almost be the same. Or close enough that it makes no difference, and I'm close enough now. Plus, I can do that. This would cost 2. This would cost 3. Get some fresh French rations. Greatly script. Greatly improved. You'll like them. Nothing like fresh food. Good eats. As he rounds up a sack, has a few jars. Not like back home. Better than sawdust. That's a long way away. But with French rations? Alright, so that's with K rations. And now with, if you start off with K rations, C rations, sorry. Alright, it's only one more. Very slightly reduced. Man, I could use some music right now. I occasionally do music while I'm writing. It helps. Certain types of music. Certain types of music for certain types of writing. Alright, now let's see if you've got only British stuff. Then you can only go French. And once you go French, you can never go back. Let me make sure I did that. Yeah, I did that. 100 script. All right. And I believe that's it. That's all I need to do. I don't need to do one for French because you've got the highest and you cannot get more. All right, that takes us back to the hub. Let me make sure I've got an allow reuse in there. Ugh. Fine. That happens occasionally. I find myself a little cramped for my numerical system. But that'll be okay. I haven't even done a consider what is available up here, which I will eventually have to do. But I want to make sure I've got all my variables locked down for if you traded for this, if you traded for that. I don't want to have to keep going back and forth to that. Here we go. I'm just avoiding the allow reuse. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have take parts, take stuff. If traded for tank stuff equals 0, and I will need to put that down here with my other variables for temp variables. I believe I had it traded for bottle. Okay, I also put up. I'm tracking how many times Nelson has gotten wine. Basically, how much has your crew gotten wine? Because there'll be those number of empty bottles, and it's probably Chrome at this point, but it might come in handy. I don't know. That's a lot of what you'll find. It's on the second edit. You'll be like, oh, I need a variable for that, or I'm going to use that for other things, or this was a complete waste of my time. Why did I put it in there? I've got to remove it. Which opens you up to bugs. But what are you going to do? Trade it for tank stuff. Ask about something for the tank nickname. Okay, so we're going to go into that for the tank. What else do we have? If traded for medical kit 0, and we're going to have to expand this. Asked about medical stuff, and base this on what they've got right now. Because you start off with a simple medical pouch, and all that does is have some bandages in there and some, sulfa. And that's good enough sometimes, but you can get better medical kits, and they can in fact save lives, or be expended to save lives. So having a good one is a good thing, and they could have picked up a nice one in the first chapter. But they don't have to. And so, yeah, it's going to be important later if you get people injured, wounded, possibly killed. Sometimes they'll be killed and there's nothing you can do about it because, medicine is like that. Unfortunately, so trade for tank stuff, trade for medical kit. I don't know. I don't know what else I would want for that in terms of just straight up trades. Rations, tank stuff, medical kit, a bottle. Those are 4. I don't know that I need much more. I did radio parts. Radio parts. So there's radio parts. Trade for radio parts. Did I not include that down there? Oh, bad Alan. Bad Alan. Alright, those are all... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Radio parts trade. That is not what I want. That is a bug waiting to happen. That is going to replace... Find radio parts trade with... with traded radio parts. Because if it doesn't fit in, okay. Let me make sure that we do all the trades correctly, because keeping our organization is ever so important. Okay, so we've got 5 different things that they can do at the trader and the venue, and some of it is quite complicated. With the radio, for example, the rations less so, the bottle is kind of optional, but the tank stuff is important and complicated because you can buy multiple things and then have them attached. As you know, there's stealth, padding, gyro, telescopic sight. I don't think I want to do anything with the generator. But we're also going to do, because I had talked about this, advanced intel, camouflage, oh, gas, jeez. Traded for gas is important. You can also sell gas, but you can't do both. Medical kits, advanced intel. That's a different section. That's in gossip. But camouflage is one thing. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things that they can do there. And that is enough, I think. They've got 6 different things they can buy. They'll find it. They will reuse, buy some gas. If additional gas. Additional gasoline specifically. If it's less than 3. I don't know how they did get there, but I want to put something in there so that they have, there's only so much gas you can carry on a tank. There really is. If trade for gas is 0 and additional gas is there, sell some gas. And they will, in fact, they'll take your gas. Absolutely. It's always a reason for it. You do everything with gasoline in the desert. There's very little to burn after all. So everything from the mess tents to the heating barrels overnight, you need it. You just need it. All right, but we're 40 minutes in, and I'm going to end this little session. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've seen where I'm heading towards, albeit slowly. We're just getting to the tank stuff. We're going to do the medical kit, and then we've got to do gas. Gas will probably be pretty easy. I might be able to fold that in with the medical kit. We'll see. We'll see. But as always, I'm plugging away at this, and doing these recordings is a way to motivate me to do this sort of thing, because often I get called on to other projects and I forget that I'm doing this and that I need to get it done. That's the life of a writer for you. Anyway, it's a good problem to have, let me be honest. So, hope you enjoyed this. Stay safe out there and take care. Thanks.